All right, so could you tell us what you're out here for, or what's going on?
Absolutely. We're sick and tired of the corporations getting all of our money and the people having absolutely no power. The power has been usurped for the people. I mean, if you look at our food, it's so deregulated, it's toxic. Our water is so deregulated. It's regulated and deregulated. Like our tap water is semi-regulated, but then they're going to be doing like hydraulic fracking underneath the water table. It's right under the water table in Denver, so that's going to poison the water, and they're not allowed to do anything about it. The Clean Water Act has been usurped by the corporation, so we don't have clean water. We don't have a right to clean air. We don't even know that Fukushima is still burning because it's been hushed, because the safety of the people is not first. The safety of the corporate profits first.
So if I were to ask, if someone were to ask, what is the solution regarding this particular issue with the water and the air, what could be a general solution?
Oh, absolutely. To regulate for true safety. To not put anything in the water that has not been tested for safety. Like, that would get into another issue. But to keep everything regulated, so only things that are safe wind up in our water, and also to not allow anything toxic to go into the water tables, which is happening with hydraulic fracking. So to have true regulations that really protect the people over corporations. I mean, they've dumped this fracking fluid that has like 596 known carcinogenic toxic chemicals. They do this thing called treating the roads, where they spew it on the roads. They dump it in the creeks. I've met people on the Western Slope who are dying from it, and then the corporations just say, oh, well, these people are sick before, but they weren't. And it's because it's so deregulated, because people keep screaming less government, and the government that they're cutting is the government that does regulatory stuff. Other than the FDA, which is totally, if you start looking at the people in the FDA, these are people who are in charge of publicity for the medications that they approve. So they're like, oh, it's fine. And I mean, they just arrested people for selling raw milk. It's just, we're totally all over the place because it's corporate profit first and people second. And we want people first, and corporations can make profit if they're there to serve the people. We need to go back to the laws of when this country was founded, that if a corporation does not serve the people, they can be voted out and out of existence. But that, of course, would need to be done on hand-marked paper ballots. The problem is there's so many issues because the corporations have so totally taken over our country. I mean, even our votes aren't. Our votes are on electronic voting machines instead of hand-marked paper ballots.
And how can the people of Denver and the people of the U.S. and around the world, how can we the people hold corporations, governments, and utilities accountable? How can we today?
That's a great question. We need to, first of all, have our votes be counted on hand-marked paper ballots. Second of all, we need to have the media that's like people like you, not the media that's sponsored by people who have tons of profit interests in wars. You know, we need to have a media of the people. We need to have a return to the fairness doctrine with strong punishment for lying. I mean, if someone makes a mistake and lies, absolutely, but we need to end bribery. We've got Citizen United, which is legalized bribery. We've got, in New York City, like Chase Manhattan donated around $4.5 million to a certain police fund. You know, that's legal corporate bribery. We need to end all corporate bribery, and anybody caught doing any corporate bribery needs to be arrested and serve jail time. We need to start prosecuting white-collar crimes. You know, people can kill people with toxins, thousands of people, and that's okay. But if I were to shoot you, which I think is horrific as well, you know, I would go to jail forever. These people have killed thousands of people, get to keep making money off killing thousands of people. We need to have regulations that serve the people, and we need to not be apathetic. And we've been an apathetic population, partially because our media, our mainstream media, not you guys, has been funded by corporate interests. Even sometimes on NPR, I've heard crazy things. Other times I've heard great things on NPR.